If the students aim higher, there are certain sacrifices that the name of my book is Unfinished Poetries.
Good evening, I'm Swarnima Dhawan. I am one of the academic coordinators here. Firstly, I would like to warmly welcome you here, ma'am. Today we have with us CA Victoria Rahaman, who is the Vice Principal of Darjeeling Public School, Fulubari, Siliguri. So, ma'am, I know this is your first visit here, so how was it? How are you liking it?
First of all, I would like to thank Dr. Zone for inviting me and giving me this opportunity to see this wonderful institute. This institute that you people are doing this work, it's wonderful, and I'm hoping that Dr. Zone is going to do a lot better in future, coming up with lot of engineers and doctors.
Okay, it's a pleasure to host you today. How do you get to know about Dr. Zone? How do you got to know about it?
I got to know about Dr. Zone a long time back. I believe through some of my students. I guess long time, it's nearly around 5-6 years back.
Okay.
So a few of my students, they said that we want to go for this medical, and I think so we should go for this Dr. Zone. So this is my first time I'm visiting here, and I'm glad I visited.
Okay, so we're equally glad. And ma'am, I got to know about it, about your newly published book. So I would like to firstly congratulate you on it, and also could you share with us what it is about and something more about it?
The name of my book is Unfinished Poetries, and it's a book of poem. It contains 106 poems, and along with that there are illustrations. So I'm hoping you will read it, and then you will say me more about it.
What was your overall impression of Dr. Zone today since you visited it? Was it any different from what you got to know about, like what you had heard in the past? Was it any different?
See, one thing I really like about Dr. Zone is what I felt like is different from other organizations are Dr. Zone. In Dr. there is an in-house students are there, a lot of students who are in-house, and the students who stays in-house, they get that extra care and facilities, okay, so that the more emphasis can be given on the development of the child, preparation of the child.
Yes, okay. So since in an era of technology where technology has literally taken over the human race, we are Dr. Zone, we are equally aware of its negative side as well. So we'd like to we'd like to keep our students away, young minds away from technology. We've taken a bold decision to not allow smartphones, any kind of gadgets here at Dr. Zone. So what do you think about it? What is your opinion about it?
See, ma'am, to be very honest, first thing is we know that there are pros and cons of everything, okay?
Yes.
And technology, it is there are a lot of negative impacts of mobile phones, but at the same time, in this era of technology, one thing is there: we cannot keep our students away from technology. It is, as a teacher, as a fraternity which is related to education, it is our fundamental duty to make our students understand the how to do proper use of technology. But then again, we know very much that how much mobile phones have disrupted the addiction, not exactly mobile phones, the addiction towards the mobile phones have disrupted the education system, the emotional system, emotional system, and of course the concentration level of students. And yes, of course, there is a saying that kuch paane ke liye kuch khona padta hai. So if the students aim higher, there are certain sacrifices that the students need to do, and sometimes we as an organizations have to take some steps for the betterment of the students, which I believe is good for the students.
So since you visited here and you talked to everyone out here, so did you have the chance to interact with any of our students yet?
No, I haven't, but I would love to do that.
Okay. So another question that I would like to ask you is, what are any kind of suggestions you as a teacher, as someone who has been in the education industry, would like to give us, like the people here at Dr. Zone, our staff, any kind of suggestions?
Actually, today is my first visit, so just visiting for one time, I will not be able to know whether what are the good things required or what are more. You people are doing wonderful job. I only wish all the best to these organizations, and I'm hoping that this organization will prepare. This organization will come out a lot of doctors and engineers.
Engineers, okay. Ma'am, lastly, any suggestions to the students? I mean, I'm sure you can give like a lot of good suggestions to the students here.
Hard work and consistency. There is just one suggestion one piece of advice that I can give to students is there is no shortcut to hard work. There is no shortcut to hard work. You cannot achieve bigger goals by taking shortcuts, and you have to do hard work. Always remember, the harder you work, the luckier you get. Your luck might fail you, but your hard work is never going to fail you.
Ma'am, since this is your first visit, I am sure this won't be your last. So thank you.
Thank you so much.